Before we jump into this video, I have a surprise for every single one of you. We just launched our new refined PMP accelerator course. It has the PMP accelerator program. It has weekly live sessions with me, weekly group sessions. You can message me anytime using our Slack channel. And the best part of the program is that you have a 100% money back guarantee. If I cannot help you pass, you get your investment back right away. If you're interested, I'm going to include a link in the description and the comment section as well with a $100 discount. Take advantage. It's only for 10 students for the month of March. All right. So let's get into the topic of the video today. I was on a phone call with someone who is preparing for the exam. Shout out to the Marcus, and we were having a conversation. And he said, Mohammed, I get stuck. I get stuck when it comes to reading the problem. There's so many things going on. There's so much information. How do I actually go about it? And this is actually a problem that many people are facing. How do I critically read a PMP question and extract the important information from that? We tried out a new technique with our students in the PMP Accelerator program, where we literally go through each and every sentence of the question. And we ask ourselves after reading the question, is this a part of the problem statement? If it is, we keep it. And if it's not, we let it go. So we're going to try this method in this video. And I know what you're thinking, Mohammed, that takes too long. But right now, we're just trying to build the structure and the strategy and the logic behind your approach to answering these PMP questions. You're going to get much faster, but we have to start somewhere. So let's go to my laptop and we will solve one question together. All right, so let's solve some questions together using this methodology so you can take and try this out when it comes to your practice questions. Okay. So, number one, a project manager is overseeing a digital transformation project for a financial services organization. Ask yourself this question, Mohammed, is this important information? What if we change it? What if it was a healthcare company? Or what if it was a construction company? Would that change the problem? It probably wouldn't. So that whole sentence is not useful. We're going to highlight this in red, meaning that we're not going to come back to it. Midway through execution, a senior stakeholder approaches the project manager requesting a small feature enhancement, stating that it is minor and should not require formal review because it will improve customer satisfaction. Now, this is a big sentence. What is important over here? Midway through execution, fine, whatever. A senior stakeholder, it could be anyone else. It can be even a junior stakeholder, approaches the PM requesting a small feature enhancement. Nothing wrong there. Stakeholder, anyone on the project team can, request a small feature enhancement. Nothing wrong there. Nothing wrong. Nothing is adding to the problem statement. Stating that it is a minor change and should not require formal review. Highlight that part. That is a part of a problem statement. Someone is saying that this is a minor change. It doesn't require formal review, but it does. It does. Every single change that affects our project baseline should require a formal review. So we're going to highlight that part. Should not require a formal review because it will improve customer satisfaction. It doesn't matter if it improves customer satisfaction, if it improves the quality of the product, if it improves or reduces our costs, it doesn't matter. That's not a part of the problem statement. The most important part in this sentence is does not require formal review, right? Because the whole scope of the question, the whole situation changes without that information. So ask yourself that. The team confirms the enhancement can be completed quickly, but would require reallocating resources from currently scheduled work. All right. So, what's important in this sentence? Reallocating resources from currently scheduled work. That is the part that is important. Why is it important? Well, now we know for sure that we need a change request. If we are taking resources from other scheduled work, we are affecting the project baseline. So now we take the question as a whole and we only look at the highlighted parts, the ones that are highlighted in green. So we know number one, that someone is asking for a minor change without a formal change request. And we know number two, that this is going to take resources from other scheduled work. That is our problem statement, guys. You have just extracted all of the important information required from this exercise. And now the options will be much easier to choose from. So A, ask the team to implement the enhancement since it provides additional customer value. So we said, no, we need a formal change request. Submit the request through the integrated change control process. Perfect, beautiful. Approve the change because the stakeholder is senior and the impact appears minimal. Nope. Add the enhancements to the backlog and implement it during the next iteration without review. Okay. So we're not going to choose that either. Um, Now, if the question was a agile project, then, right, but there's no indication. So we're going to go with B. B is the best answer. B is also principle number one, right? It allows us to assess the change before actually implementing it. A directly implements it, which can follow B, and C is something that can also follow B. Okay. So we want to take that step back. B is going to be the best answer. Let's do one more question. We have a couple of questions, but you know what? Let's just do one more just to help you guys out. And I promise you guys, if you use this technique, over time, you're going to start seeing patterns and it's going to help you adapt. And it's going to help you understand what is the most important parts of the question. Okay. So a PM is overseeing a reporting work stream with an organizational improvement project. None of that information is important. It could be again, a construction project or a AI project. It can be a project where you are catching fish, I don't know, anything, right? We're not gonna use that information. We're gonna highlight it in red. We're not gonna come back to it. We are going to ignore it. After reviewing a weekly status report, again, not important. It can be a monthly status report. It can be a daily status report. It can be a bi-weekly status report. Red. A stakeholder requests that the font size be increased to improve readability. Okay. All right. So that's going to be a part of our problem. A stakeholder requests a font size be increased to improve readability. That's a part of our problem. It's setting up the situation. Okay, so nothing's wrong here actually. So let's just move on. The change does not affect project scope, schedule, cost, or deliverables, and is consistent with existing reporting standards. All right. So now we have more information about this change. It doesn't affect the project baseline. So that is important information. So we combine those two things. Someone is asking for a change, and this change does not affect the project scope, schedule, costs. What should we do next? Submit a formal change request and seek approval through the change control process. Remember, guys, we mentioned this in our principles. Any change that affects the project scope, schedule, cost needs to go through a change request process. We need to record that. If we don't have record of that, it can be very detrimental for the project. If it doesn't, if it's a minor change, like change the font, we don't need to do a change request process. So A is gone. Escalate, we don't escalate. C, update the project management plan to document the requested modification. And then D, incorporate the formatting change into the next report release. Okay, so C is not relevant. It doesn't address the core problem. We're not concerned about the project management plan. So we are left with D. All right. So let's just do those two problems for today. And these are easy problems, but I want you to understand the methodology behind the madness. Okay, very very important. Try it out. Let me know what you think of it. Comment. Let me know how it goes. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Remember, guys, and Josh, we can switch. We can switch now to the big screen instead of the small screen. And remember, guys, we got the PMP Accelerator course. If you're interested and you want a guaranteed way to get certified, the link is going to be included with a discount code. And remember, you get a 100% guarantee pass. If you don't pass, get your money back. All right. Let me hold your hand and take you through this entire process. If you're interested, sign up. It's for 10 students only. Take care and have a fantastic rest of the day.